imagine you feel alone. You don't feel like yourself anymore. People around you, just everything around you has been the same. You just feel like a burden on those people or anyone around you. The reason behind this is that you may be depressed. 350 million people suffer from depression every year. And of that 350 million, 15% end up committing suicide. I believe that there should be more like personal like therapy centers for people to go to solve this depression. Some symptoms may include feeling alone, being sad, hopeless, but attributing factors could be like stress around you, maybe like class or like work. Anything around you that causes stress can really put a burden on this. And with that stress comes like just exponential like growth and depression, because you feeling depressed one day and then work just comes and it just keeps going up and up and you just don't know how much more you can take. You feel very unmotivated to do stuff that you really liked before too. So people that you see who like to do stuff and aren't doing that anymore, you could notice that they might be depressed. So other researchers have found that antidepressants have worked for some people. It's just never like 100%. These antidepressants really are spotty. So there needs to be a definite like solid plan to take on depression. One researcher found that in mice, if you get rid of stress signaling and the neurons and I forgot the other one, but reduce stress signaling within like the synapses and stuff, that'll help with depression also. So deleting that part of your brain, I don't know, that part of that signaling can really help you. Another researcher found that ketamine, which is a synthetic hallucinogen, has helped depression, which I don't see how, but I guess researchers have found that I think it's 75% of people who took the ketamine have seen growth in being less depressed. Also with another way to get rid of depression is like going to therapy, and honestly it just takes time. Did you go up to it? Okay, that was funny. But yeah, therapy really would help a person if they just go in and talk to people. There needs to be like personal experiences rather than here's a drug, take it and you'll feel better. That never happens with really anything. There needs to be, especially psychological, there needs to be like centers where you feel comfortable, that you can talk about how you feel and what you feel, and people who like really want to help you get better. So therapy is a definite need for solving depression. So the part of the brain that depression really affects is the prefrontal cortex, or the frontal cortex. Healthy brain, you can really see how much activity goes on, but the chronic depression, did you get it? Mm-hmm. Is that there's not much really going on. And the part of this, like the frontal cortex, affects like behavior, problem solving, and like memory, and you could really see like a difference in someone's behavior if like the frontal cortex is like not as active. And these symptoms coincide with depression. You really don't like feel the same. Your behavior like really changes, mood swings along with that. Not much activity really happens in the frontal cortex once you're like diagnosed with depression, and well, not as much as a healthy brain, and you really see a difference in those people who are affected by depression. And so again, with helping depression, you really need to have, we need to have more like centers where people feel comfortable and feel like comfortable talking about depression, and or about their depression, how they're feeling. Drugs, not really a solution to depression, I don't believe, unless this ketamine research really comes through. And I think the future really holds promise for what we can do for people that are depressed, and just because way more people are getting affected by it, like each year, like people are getting more diagnosed with it, and there just needs to be more research centers where we can like see how these drugs or how therapy really affects people with depression, seeing if like brain scans, see how like their brain interaction is after these like drugs or therapy. That's about it.